Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is, can Rick be trusted? I'm sitting there looking at Sunny and I'm like, bro, you are on DEFCON 5. How about you just take it down about 4 notches and, not point a gun at someone's face? Now we're going to be sitting there talking about all that, and you know how we do. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Freddie is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Terry Ice Cream's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Allison is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Latasha is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I hope everyone had a great day. Hope everybody had a great day. Yeah, it's hot as fucking here. I guess I'm good, Albert. You off today? No. I had to work today. I was almost not gonna stream tonight because I've been up since 4 and I took a nap and I was kind of like, maybe I should just go back to sleep and stream tomorrow. But I was like, all right, let's hang out, let's have a good time. And I would have to try to plan trying to do 2 streams tomorrow, so I was like, let's just do a stream now. But Sean, why do you think that I'm all right, Allison? All right. But Sean, why do you think that Rick can't be trusted? I'm all right, Black Man. I'm all right. I'm awake. So I was like, fuck it, why not? I'm awake. Okay, but why don't you trust him though, Sean? You say you don't trust him. I'm saying why. Why can't he not be trusted? Latasha says Rick can be trusted, Ethan can't be trusted. He has to prove. Yeah, oh, he has a lot to prove. There are some very interesting pictures. Well, why did he lie, right? And see, this is my whole thing with Sunday. I was like, why don't you just ask him? Why don't you just ask him why he lies instead of pointing a gun at him and be like, I feel like he's like Sonny is doing way too much. Okay, Freddie, yeah, you also got a different picture and everything. So I kind of felt like that was you, Freddie, but I wasn't too sure. I just took gummies, so when it kicks in, pay me no mind. Okay. Find pictures. I'll sit there and show you. That scene was comical, but it was also like, God damn it, Nina, you can't do one damn thing right. What's good, Kaiwan? You can't do one thing right. You can't do one thing right. Nina, all Nina actually had to do was inject Drew. That was it. That was literally all you had to do. And you couldn't even do that right. Right? Valentine was like, you got to do one thing. Just keep him talking till I get there. Willow's like, all you got to sit there and do is inject her. And she couldn't do either one of those tasks right. Basic, simple tasks that she just could not do right to save her life. Oh, absolutely. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, Monique. Oh, fucking heartedly. Oh, you have 2 separate accounts. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, bro, just ask him, talk to him. You can't bother to do that. Like, listen, I'm not just saying, hey, lying and everything like that is cool or is, whatever. But Sonny has lied before to people for his own reasons, and he has wanted people to give him benefit of the doubt, or at the very least, explain. why he lied. You know? Yeah, like absolutely. I was. You start pointing a gun in somebody's face. I mean, people are sitting there saying, "Yeah, he lies a lot." I'm like, okay, just talk to him. You know, like take 5 goddamn minutes and just straight up talk to him. Like you can't do that shit. Um, I don't even understand what Nina was doing. Nina kept bullshitting around. LaShawn, how you doing tonight? Yep, they're cousins. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said in my review. I was like, yo, listen, I'll sit there and tell you why, but then after that, I'm done with you. And it just makes you sit there and think, like, yo, did Sonny really want to sit there and give him a chance? Because the first time he says something, or, you know, he lies for whatever reason, he's like, I knew it. I was like, bro, did you even sit there? Was you really giving him a chance? Also, I'm like, that injection was for Drew, and now Drew's able to sit there and start moving his fingers and shit. Like Willow's gonna come back and she'll be like, "What the fuck wound up happening? I left you in charge for like not even an hour, and you managed to sit there and fuck this shit up." Like that's what I find kind of funny. I'm like, girl, you had one thing that you had. I mean, from Willow's point, you had one thing you had to do, just one. Just one. It's amazing that she's able to sit there and be chief and editor of a famous fashion magazine, and yet you couldn't be bothered to sit there. You didn't know how to sit there and take one fucking like seriously, Jerry. You didn't know how to take one order and just drug them. That's it. That's all you had to do. I'm like you really are a dingbat. Is what it comes down to. Like you really are a fucking dingbat. I love it. I absolutely love it. So props to Nina for once again proving how much of an airhead. How she even have a job at Walmart. I mean, to be fair, Allison, they will hire almost anybody at Walmart. They will hire almost anybody at my job, and I've seen it. Trust me, they just need somebody that's barely comparable. Whatever. They're not exactly, seriously. You they don't hire quality. They don't hire quality people. Could be, could be. I mean, so everything is all up in the air. Everything is all up in the air. What's good, Jay Blue? How are you doing tonight? Also, hit that like button because it really does actually help. Oh yeah, here's some AI slop. Yo, I don't use these like thumbnails and shit, but like they are pretty fucking hilarious though. Brendan has Cullum on his bingo card. Jack is just having a bad week. He is having a bad week. He finds out that his girl is cheating on him. He gets injected with some syringe. You know, why does it look like Marco's just Smith here trying to bite Sunny in the air? Also, see, I love it. I love it. You know the thing is, Cherry, somebody actually took time to like make this thumbnail. That's what I find so funny. British says Albert Nina is going to be the reason Willow loses her children, also losing her seat at Congressman once Drew tells Kai somebody that, well, Kai already knows that Nina and Willow has been injecting him for months. Okay. I mean, Kai and Trina already know about the shooting. They already know that she shot him, that she shot him. And Willow knows that they know. I think that's what happens when they change the actors and we got Bob the plumber instead. We got Bob the plumber instead. That's exactly what ended up happening. Um, let's see. This is another good one. I think. I mean, this is like old school. What's up, Sean? Finally, I think Driller is finally coming to an end. Drill will finally be free and ready and willing to wreak havoc. That shit was so funny. I was like, girl, you have one fucking job and you can't do that right. And all she keeps me to saying is, stop looking at me. Can you just stop looking at me? I don't like doing this. I don't want to do this. Yeah, age catches up with you. I actually tell you too, she kind of looks I don't really notice that much of a difference. Um but, I mean I would have to sit there and look at her, but it's not like she got big or anything like that. I think she just got older. Um, this is my opinion, but okay. This is another one that somebody wound up doing. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Jason. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Jason. Sitwell is arrested by who? Is that's like by who? Is that supposed to be Jason? Hey, listen. At least this time his doesn't look like Jason. Yeah, these AI pictures. mm, You give it a prompt and they do the exact opposite. And he will never love her again. I also meant to say he may go to the PCPD, but we was just see what happens. But I'm enjoying the storyline though. It's entertaining. Drew is going to be free soon. It's over for. I can't wait until Drew is actually free. What's good, Ed? I'm expecting anything less from Johnny. Not only accepting Amy's apology, but now he's going to let her be a part of the baby's life without discussing it with his wife. I mean, I'm pretty sure his wife is going to be okay. I just look at it and I'm like, you know, Johnny gave Amy way more grace than I felt like she deserved personally. I don't know, Sean. I don't think you can actually fake that. A parent is never supposed to outlive a child. So I don't, I don't know. At work, but just want to drop my 2 cents. Yes, I'll sit in to you tomorrow, Ed. Thank you. And we'll have fun. I got another character for us to take a look at. So, why does he look like Charlie? Yes, no, he looks more like John Cena. He looks like a young John Cena. I would sit there and say. Was that fake Nathan had bruised ribs and faces, but just looked like she just went to the spot. I mean, all he did was choke her. You know, for the most part, like I said, for the most part, Joss actually handled herself. You know, given yes, Sean. I mean, yes, Ed. Hope you have a great night at work. Yeah, listen, Joss put in that work. Okay, she may be small, but you know she's feisty and she knows how to hold her own. You know, so you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, it's nice that his place is being burnt down. That's true. He threw her actually a couple of times. I forgot how many times he thrown her. I gotta look at that shit again. I still have that. I still have that episode on my DVR. Me too, Sean. Me too. Um, but at least they explained it. At least they explained that. You know, Liesel thought that that child died in childbirth. Yeah, Freddie. Like I said, she held her own. But yeah. So apparently, Liesel thought that Cassius died in childbirth, and that's why like she doesn't. You know, she can't tell. You know, honestly, to tell you the truth, J. Blue, it's not even gonna matter. It's not even gonna matter because Cassius is hiding Jocelyn pretty much on Spoon Island in Sitwell's compound. Um so he's you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how Sitwell won't find out that Jocelyn's WSB and she's being held at the same place that Hannah was. I don't exactly, Sean. So like he's going to find out. Well, let's see. Which team are you on? I don't do that team stuff, but what team are you on? You on Team Sunny or Team Sitwell? Sitwell or Sunny? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like it seemed like it was kind of a spare of the moment sort of thing. So Allison is Team Sunny. Who is Team Sitwell? If anybody's Team Sitwell, who's Team Sitwell? What the fuck is my music not on? What the hell I'm on? So Sean's on Team Neither. Okay, I respect that. Sean says Team Sunny. Sunny did nothing wrong. Natalie overdosed and Sitwell blames him. Monique says Team Sunwell. That's true. That's true, Jay Bloom. They all find out. And Quiet Guy, who I didn't even know was there because they're so quiet, says Team Sunny. There we go, more music. I'm like, but yeah, everyone's been sniffing this saying it's been dragging, right? Which shows us Lily needs to give her brother Holden a chance. I'm still annoyed at the fact that of what Lily did. Like, I can't just let that shit go. Like, she literally fake being kidnapped with the twins to use her kids as a weapon against Kane. And I'm like, she's still a piece of shit for that. And I'm honestly tell you the truth, I'm not letting that shit go just because the show wants to sit there and try to do this blanket over a history because of Malcolm and everything, which is sad. But I'm like, girl, that doesn't absolve you from being a piece of shit. Using your kids as a fucking weapon against Kane. I'm like, you're fucking terrible. You literally are the definition of fucking trash. And I'm not letting that shit go for one fucking day. Regardless if they want to be like, oh, but I love Malcolm and I'm hurt and everything. Yeah, that's cool, but you're still a piece of shit though. Just because Kane just magically fucking forgave her doesn't no, fuck that. She's still a piece of shit in my eyes. I'm not letting that shit go. I don't give a shit if it's to the end of fucking time. And Terry says both. You team both? That dude don't even look that much like Sitwell, but it's funny to sit there and look at that though. Sonny was shot by Sitwell in the hospital bed. I'm like, Sonny, why are you in the hospital seeing Sitwell for? What could you possibly want to sit there and see Sitwell for? Well, the thing about the Matt Clark scene with Phyllis is that they used to be on General Hospital. Michelle Stafford was the first person to play Nina. And Roger at the time was Franco. So this was kind of a General Hospital reunion in a sense, since Phyllis was Nina and um, Roger was Franco at the time. But was good Black Purple. Rick may be innocent this time. The way they're opting to frame this, Sonny could have been suspicious of Rick without jumping to the worst possible conclusion and jumping down his throat exactly with a fucking gun. You've seen the one where Jason is choking Sitwell. I think so. I think I actually had that up earlier. I mean, listen, I understand that, you needed supporting characters, Freddie, but like Felicia was that chick back then. Like, she had a great story and everything like that. And now it's just like, it's funny. It's funny, Jay Bloom. She was the first person to play Nina, but then when I went and I started watching The Young and the Restless, I looked at those scenes and I was like, she wasn't playing Nina. She was playing Phyllis on General Hospital. Okay, Michelle Stafford was playing Phyllis on General Hospital. I'm not staying today. I just came to say hello since I saw you're alive. Well, thank you for stopping by on Black Purple. It's good to see you. And I saw you yesterday too in Carisa's stream. Ariana, how you doing tonight? Hope you're well. It's good to see you. And the mystery question is, do you believe Sitwell can take down Sunny? Um, as more time passes, I don't think so. Yep, sure did. That was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Um, yes, have a good night, Black Purple. It's great to see you. I thought you mean Stafford played Phyllis. Yeah, no, yeah. No, Michelle Stafford played, she plays Phyllis. And when she went to General Hospital, she played Nina. But after watching so many episodes of Young and the Restless, she didn't feel like she was playing Nina to me. She felt like she was playing Phyllis. I'm glad you're here as well. Always good to see you, Ariana. Oh, and that reminds me. So Sunday, I'm not going to be streaming. It's Mother's Day, and I'm going to be with family. But I will be streaming tomorrow. Though I'm assuming that's supposed to be Jason, and I'm assuming that's supposed to be Sitwell. Um, man, AI sometimes, I swear. But that's supposed to be Drew. This is supposed to be Drew. He was Franco. Where'd you get these pictures from? Online. I I literally got it from Google. It looks Drew. Yeah, that's what I said. That one kind of looks like Drew. I don't know if that looks like what you call it. I know, Freddie. That's the fun of AI. I hate AI customer service is so annoying. Yeah, yeah. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay actual people to do their job. Companies are very cheap now, so it's like you're not getting like a real fucking person. That's why I'm glad that like certain like the banks that I bank with, I don't have to deal with like automatic service. Like I can sit there and deal with a real person. Why does Nina want Brennan to leave Port Charles? But yeah, Jerry. So yeah, I won't be streaming on Sunday, but I will be streaming on Saturday. We have a good time. I think he just went. So yeah, it does suck. It does. I'm not even gonna lie, it sucks. Like I said, these companies are cheap. That's just what it comes down to, Allison. These companies are cheap. And if they can sit there and not have to pay a person to do something, it's all about numbers and money with them, which I get, but like people want to talk to actual fucking people. And unfortunately, these companies, you know, and they just leave you with a bad experience, unfortunately. Midday day. You mean Mother's Day? Yeah, the thing is, LaShawn, they never actually confirmed that, though. They never actually confirmed that. This is just the general guess that people had because they saw Sonny's apartment burning and blowing up, and then Sitwell was um looking at the time, and I think he was looking over something, and I think he saw it. But it was so long ago that like, and again, they never confirmed it. He never sat there and talked about how he was the one that blew up Sonny's apartment. Um, I always had to bypass the crap, and it takes forever to get the real person I can talk to. And that's the point. That's why they do that, Allison. That's why it takes so long because they know most people are just going to be like, you know what, F it, I'll just sit there and deal with the automated system. Because they feel that most people aren't going to have the patience to go through with it. And it's annoying. Because that's the thing, Allison. They either won't have a real person, or they have a bunch of incompetent people. You can really win. Jason and Sunny was talking about it recently. Yeah, yeah, they did. I'm just saying, like it was never like confirmed. It almost seemed like they kind of just let that go in a sense. Since Mike was back, no burns or anything like that. They seem like they kind of just let go the whole firebombing thing. I think that's yeah, okay. That was fun. There we go. But yeah, was Ron here? I don't think Ron was actually here. Okay. For a quiet guy. Hmm. Anyway, um, so yeah, now Dante knows. Dante knows the secret. I wonder what he's going to do. How is he going to sit there and confront Lulu? Since Lulu has been lying to him for a hot minute. I thought that was the reason the writers had them talk about it. Yeah. But yeah, what is Lulu gonna do? I mean, what is Dante gonna sit there and do? Is he gonna sit there and come at Lulu with the thunder? Is he gonna be angry? You know? And you have fake Nathan Smith there telling Lulu, you gotta get your kid out of Port Charles. And Lulu being like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Da 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 da. I'm like, yo, listen, he may be going about it in a harsh way and kind of calling you low key stupid, but like you need to listen to him because it's only a matter of time before Ross figures out that it was Rocco that shot him. Plus, he hasn't kept his goddamn mouth shut. He's dealing with trauma, and I get that, but I'm like, you either gonna have to find a way to like shut this kid up or take him out of Port Charles. She talking about what if it really comes down to that. I was like, girl, if you're gonna sit there and wait for the last minute, you might as well just sit there and just tell Ross, yeah, by the way, my kid shot you. Like, yeah, exactly, brother. That's exactly what I said in the beginning. I also said there in my review. Sonny has lied in the past, and he's wanted people to sit there and at least hear him out. You can't bother to do the same courtesy. We don't because Jocelyn has been MIA and just constantly been like missing her and busy and stuff like that. So they haven't really spent any time together, hung out or anything like that because she's always been busy. So she's not going to probably think much of it when they don't see each other in a while. So you felt like it was very subdued, right? Like he should have been more like more angry. I believe that also. Sonny is being extra. I'm like, broski, you have lied in the past to people and wanted to sit there and try to, at the very least, have somebody hear you out. And yet, oh, Rick is working with Rick is working with Ava, and Ava is not there being all cozy with Sitwell. Oh, he's trying to take me down, bro. You had two. First of all, he asked both Justine and Alexis, "What should I do about the Rick situation since he lied to me?" And both of them have sat there and said, "Why don't you just hear him out and hear out why he lied to you?" You have an Ethan Smith there following him, and then just based off of that, well, he pulls out a gun. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I still don't understand why the hell she did that for him. You know, so I'm just saying. Only things that I generally just do not care about is Geo and Emma. I mean, Geo and Emma together. Also, Emma, I was like, yo, listen, I get it. Britt was nasty and rude to you when you were a kid and everything like that. But I'm like, girl, that was a long time ago. You have to sit there and stop constantly bringing up her past. You know, this is the problem with Emma and people like Emma. They're very young and they don't understand how people, yeah, they fuck up and they do some stupid shit. No one's perfect, but like, you can't keep bringing that shit up. Like, this shit literally been almost like 10 years ago. Like, you gonna keep bringing that shit up over and over and over again? A man from 0 to 100 with a gun, exactly. It was. It was. It absolutely was, Jay Blue. It actually felt kind of like, filler. Um, I agree with that. It was absolutely filler. Oh no, where was my damn throat at? So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I was like, girl, no one's not, and like, and no one's not there saying you just got to sit there and forget about it and act like it didn't happen. But bringing that shit up every fucking time, especially when you're there to sit there and she's there to help you as a doctor, and you being all extra and everything like that. I'm like, girl, stop. So I'm glad towards the end of that they did kind of like start to move past that because at this point I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but like, come on. Somebody spent this thing, you gotta be besties, but and no one's not even spent this saying you gotta necessarily forgive her, but that shit that you keep doing, exactly, like, yes, exactly. Bro, you're a grown man and you have fucking kids. Like, this is, no. Yeah, she did, Jerry. Emma was young, and I totally get why she's that way with Brett. I get it too, but to constantly keep throwing that shit in her face all the time, like the shit happened like over 10 years ago. Like that's what I'm sitting there saying, Jay Blue. No one's sitting there saying that she needs to sit there and forget about it and act like it didn't happen and just be like kumbaya and best buddies. But I'm not gonna sit there and keep throwing something in somebody's face when it happened like years ago. We don't have to be friends, but I don't have to sit there and literally keep bringing that shit up though. You get to a point, it's like, all right, we ain't gonna be friends, but you're not gonna sit there and keep throwing that shit in my face. You know? Yeah, exactly. If she wants to sit there and wait like if she wants to sit there and wait like 3 months, then yeah. Man says, so that was hilarious with that needle. I'm like, you have one job, girl. But that's the thing, though. Like, yeah, she could have went to another doctor, and then I mean, she seemed like she went to go to Navarro, and Brick was like, "Yo, listen, if you want to sit there and see, you're gonna see it in about 4 months." So I'm like, either you wait, you here for 4 months, or you get this out the way now, and you just going about your business. Why needs a constant rehash of history? It's not like she doesn't remember what she did. Um, I can't. Like I can't. Um, oh, also Jack got demoted. I forgot about that. I was like, yo, like I said, Jack has been going through it. Okay, he finds out his girl's cheating on him. His boss, Ross, calls him an idiot, incompetent, and basically is like, "You gonna get demoted." And then on top of that, now this dude is gonna be in that lock syndrome or whatever. Like, I mean, are they gonna keep what you call it on ice? Um, like, what are they gonna do at this point? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's been a bad week. Hold on, it's been a bad fucking week for for Jack. I also thought that somebody was gonna get shot. I thought somebody was actually gonna get shot. When they started fighting for the gun, I thought somebody was gonna get shot. Yeah, Nina did. Nina injected Jack because Jack and Valentine was both fighting for the gun, and Nina took that. She took the syringe that she was supposed to use on Drew. She took the syringe that she was supposed to use on Drew, um, and she hit it by a toy. So when they were fighting, she decided to. Oh, I saw a bowl. Hope. Oh my lord, Hope is just. I'm like, girl, just pull the fucking trigger. And Brooke, you know, Brooke once again using sex as a way to get what she wants. It's just like, yeah, great, great, Brooke. You want him to literally kick his daughter to the side because you want to be CEO. Because your idiotic dingbat of a daughter put that shit in your head. Freddie said, Albert, instead of Sonny just assuming right away to think the worst of Rick, he needs all the facts, sick of his high moral stance. Was good, Spider Quake. Jade was crazy in a good way today. Poor Nina. Those people made Nina crazier than ever been, and I love Beyond the Cage, but half of today's episode was trash and Dave's was trash until Lexi popped up. Yeah, it's the people that make Nina crazy. Mm-hmm. Nah, she wasn't crazy by herself. It's what the hell are we doing? It's the people that made her crazy. Got it. What are we doing? Yeah, I mean, I think it was just more of a history lesson, Spider Quick, with the whole will reading. Um, and the way that Lexi just kind of walked out that crypt like a fucking zombie. Like that's how she did. She literally walked out the crypt like a damn zombie. Um, I don't understand why Theo was being so extra with the will reading. Like, I'm like, bro, just read the goddamn will. Like, he's reading it like he's reading a child a bedtime story, you know, with the extra voices and everything like that. Um, and like I said, I personally don't give a shit about Amy and how she feels. Yes, have a good night, Sean. I'll sit there and see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming through. Always appreciate you coming through. So thank you. Let me take this off. There you go. This is so goddamn. Um, Thank you, Sean. We have fun tomorrow, so look forward to seeing you. And unfortunately, because I saw the previews, I know that Amy's gonna be around next week, so I'll definitely be going to Starbucks because I know right off rip I'm gonna need something stronger than Dunkin' Donuts. Um, we have fun tomorrow. Yeah, Sean. But yeah, I was like, I know that Amy's gonna be there next week. She gonna get on my damn nerves. I don't understand why Ari Smith there taking a shit. Why is Ari Smith there taking any crap from Amy? Why is Holly Smith there taking any crap from Amy? They just it's like seriously, they just stand there and they let Amy just like go off on them and they don't say anything. And I understand that she is grieving, but I don't give a shit if you're grieving or not. You're not gonna come at me sideways. It just feels like that's just because the actors just changed and he became Bob the fucking Bob the account. What's good, Dolomedics? Dolomedics, has been a hot minute since I've seen you, man. Um, Swipe Quick says, poor Rick Sonny done pulled up with a pew pew. Sonny better apologize to Rick when Rick explains he was buying a painting as a secret or has a blood sickness and Ava's giving him. Yeah. Um, I think it may have something to do with a new character that's coming on the show. But either way, yeah, he gonna look like a stupid. He gonna look like an idiot. Not, well, listen, I understand work and stuff like that. I was just like, yo, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I don't think I've seen you in the member circle. Was you there for the Ice Princess one? John Max last Sunday. I mean, I think he's doing a good job for him. Yeah, I think he's doing a good job. I mean, it's like I know that. Oh, you did. I was wondering was you in there. Well, we're gonna do part two. Um, Not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday because it's Mother's Day. So yes, you were there for Sunset Beach. I'm glad you was there for Sunset Beach because you know fucking Paramount wound up like shutting that. Well, they didn't shut it down, but like it was like, oh, you're blocked in a bunch of countries and stuff like that, and your stream can't be shown because it's Paramount property and CBS property. Yeah, apparently it's CBS property, even though it was on NBC. Yeah, no, it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. Freddie says Nate and Willow is both dumb and dumber. Willow should just did the job herself, injecting Drew, Nina screwing everything up. For Willow, her daughter is about to crash out on her idiot mom. That sucks, but networks are weird. It is. Um, I mean, I would sit there and say this much, Max. Like, if I would, okay, so that's the thing, Max. Like, if I would have did this, like, let's say 10 years ago, it would have been a copyright strike. So, like, YouTube is a lot more lenient now than they were way back then. It's kind of like how Abbey Abbott Elementary is on Disney. own ABC, but it's owned by Warner Brothers. Yes, yes, exactly, Domax. Yep, yep. You are correct. You are correct. Oh, Dante doesn't tell Nathan what he found out. Fake Nathan. I mean, still, it was still a fun night though. It was still a fun night. We're good, CK. But it's good to see you. Sunset. I'm not gonna lie. Sunset Beach was fun to watch. Um, with prototype Xander. I was hoping we could catch some more Sunset Beach. Though the show was on for about 2 years, but they packed a lot of story in there. Yeah, I was definitely looking forward to us doing more characters. But I gotta get one set up tomorrow though, and it's within the bounds of YouTube. So I like to sit there and think I picked a good character. Hopefully, no, Lashawn. Liesel thought that that baby died in childbirth. She thought that Cassius died in childbirth. Yeah, I mean, I read about it. I didn't watch it, but I read about it. Because a lot of that stuff was with Derek. You know, he was like the killer and stuff like that. Um, so I did get a chance to read about it. But like I said, you know, they got I think I picked out a good one. And I was going to stream tomorrow because I was after I did my nap and I woke up, it was like I think I may just go back to sleep and just do a double stream tomorrow. But hmm, I've read about her. I don't remember her, but I've read about her. But no, he already knows. But anyway, I hope the soap opera thing is going good. Um, oh, you know what you should do? You should also give me the link. And speaking of links and shit, yeah, yeah, yeah. hmm I'm not gonna sit there and say which one, but I am gonna do an ABC one. She was this redheaded vixen character. I already sold. There was another character on that show. Her name was Gabby. Um, I'm not gonna lie. Some of her scenes seem kind of sultry. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Domex. So I did omit a scene out, right? This was like you saw part of it. This was Derek when he was seducing his wife, when he was seducing Ben's wife. and Ben was tied up, and he was able to see what those two were. He was able to sit there and see what his brother was doing with his wife, but he was tied up and he couldn't do anything. So he had to literally sit there and watch his brother make love to his wife. I recorded the whole thing, but I was like, it was kind of a long scene, and I was like, I don't think that's something that I should sit there and show people. I mean, I know it was on TV. He was a love triangle with this cop and his priest brother. Oh shit. Yeah, it was a little too. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, like they were kind of going in on that. No, it was not an affair. They're twin brothers. So this woman thought that she was, making love to her husband. This was a two-way mirror. So then the actual husband had to literally sit there and watch his twin brother make love to his wife. Yeah, it was and again the scene was kind of a long and intimate and racy scene. So I was like, yeah. I was like, we're not gonna sit there and watch that whole thing. We're just it was Derek was an asshole and a killer, kind of a psychopath. Noah knows that Sienna didn't kill her husband next month. Yeah, because the dude literally showed up at Genoa City like the next day. CK said Nina's just a coward. She is going to cause Drew try to reach out to Kai because he missed the. Mm-hmm. All because she couldn't do her job. She had one job. She had two jobs to do. She had a job from Willow and she fucked up on that. She had a job from Valentine. She fucked up on that. I gotta say, she's just turning me around. Yeah, and I get it. Not everyone's on board. Like I said, me, I loved it. Um, DC loved it. But by the way, DC graduated, so he said at some point, whenever he gets a chance, he's gonna be doing his channel again. Let me see if DC already like made a video. Not yet. So yeah, yeah, he graduated. Yeah, at some point he should be coming back doing his channel since he's gonna have some more time. So you might see him on my channel. We may want to do a collab if our schedules align and stuff. Ariana, Jack is having a bad week. Okay, he's been cheated on. He's been demoted by his boss and called an idiot and being insulted. And now he's been stabbed in the back with a needle with God knows what in it. Oh, bro, it is not a shameless. It is not a shameless plug if it's actually good. Yeah, so definitely check out Dolomedics soap opera. Everyone keeps saying that. Everyone keeps me just saying that like Rick. I don't know. Where did you get that? Where did you get that story from, CK? Where did you hear that from? Yeah, Nina who can't do one damn thing right. Let's start calling that chick can't get right. If you know the joke about can't get right, then you know. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start calling her soap dirt. Oh, there we go. Fucking soap dirt. I swear. Like dead serious. I swear this woman. Mm-mm. That'd be a shame, but also the actor that plays Jack, he was on he was on a YouTube channel called 10 4 GH. Like I said, if you know the joke about calling somebody can't get right, then you know. If you don't, well then you should Google it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you should Google it. You know, the sad thing is that I was going to sit there and drink tonight, but I want to wake up kind of early. So I really want to go to the laundromat and just get that shit over with. And I know if I start drinking, that chances of going to the laundromat is going to be a lot more fucking slimmer. And it's such an annoying chore, but like I need to get it done now. Yeah, so it's only going to be a matter of time before Sitwell knows. Oh, then Sitwell will have Carly under her under his thumb. The actor playing Glennon said he was supposed to exit around February 3rd, but they extended his contract to May 3rd. He says she thinks his exit is death. Well, at least they'll kill somebody off. I don't remember the last time they. When was the last time they actually killed somebody off on GH? And I don't mean that Delilah woman. I mean like an actual fucking character. So it's like they kind of need to sit there and kill somebody off, you know. Yeah, they need this shit. They need to sit there and kind of step it up. Show that this world have actual fucking consequences. Queen of the South, how you doing tonight, Queen? I hope I get to see all my members tomorrow because, like I said, Sunday I'm not going to be streaming. I will be with family, but Saturday we have a good time. I think he's going to die saving Joss. We still do something right to make up for everything, I guess. But yeah, they need that. They need that. What makes you think that? Makes you think that Paramedics? Curious. Very, very, very curious. I don't remember the last time they actually killed somebody off. Like in all reality, that's I'm just like, yeah, yeah, Marco, yeah. Oh, and then Carly's gonna be all, she's gonna be all mad and sad and everything like that, and we're gonna see all the tears. I'm like, Carly, fuck you and your tears. Like dead serious. I'm literally gonna sit there and say, Carly, fuck you and your tears. we're not gonna play that game. Oh yeah, Jack. Yeah, John. I forgot about John. Yeah, I'm not calling his character Jack. The only character that was Jack was the other actor that played Jack. And see, that's another thing. That was another character that I wanted to sit there and have us watch. But with GH, you know, God damn, well, she's a bit too much sometimes. Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't always like dislike her. I don't. Yeah, like he was John. Calling his ass John. Like Jagger was Antonio Sabarez. Okay, that was the only Jagger that actually that actually counted. Speaking of fucking Jagger, let me see something. General Hospital's Jagger. Oh, okay, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Yeah. I don't know. GH is such a fickle thing. Like we have been cross our fingers, been able to watch the Ice Princess. So maybe it's possible that we could sit there and see Jack. Again, my whole thing is, and I look at that and I'm like, Sonny sat there and killed an FBI agent, and he's still walking around free. So yeah, that I was not there thinking of us doing like a for members doing a Jagger night. Yeah, you gotta be a little more careful, but oh, shut up. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right. We have something. Uh, Dion said you can watch anything before, yeah, before 2012. Yeah, there's a trick to it that I'm still learning how to do, and he is correct on that. He is correct on that. So, and speaking of Dion, that's another guy who hasn't been, he hasn't really been doing any streams or anything like that. Yeah, that's what I say. He's been gone for like a month now. He's been gone for like a month. Let me check his channel. Because I'm just fucking nosy like that. Yeah, it's been a month. But reality, he'll come back when he's ready. I don't think that YouTube was ever, what I'm saying, like music is his passion, not YouTube. Um, he only been streaming like maybe twice a week, so it's like I just don't. Well, yeah, I know about the family issues, but I just don't think his heart was ever really with YouTube. Like he did it every now and then or whatever, you know. But like it was just more of a hobby, like something to do that was kind of fun, but it was never really like a long term sort of thing that he really wanted to do in a sense. So music is, that's his first passion. That's his love. Just that's cool. And some Wednesdays, and then he stopped doing it on Wednesdays. And then there was some days he would skip a week and he would do it the following week. So it's like he wasn't never really like you know invested like that. And honestly, to tell you the truth, He's been doing it for 12 years. Like Dion has been doing YouTube for 12 years. So he says, "Well, this was great as usual. It was nice to hang out with you, Aubrey, in the chat. By the way, happy Mother's Day. Have a good night. Yes, have a good night, Freddie. It was great to see you. Great to see you, Freddie. You had a great night. Yeah, Dion's been doing it for a minute, like 12 years. James has been doing it for 11 or 10, I think 10 years or whatever. But honestly, tell you the truth, like Brock has been. This is a long time. Didn't know if I was even really doing YouTube back then. I might have had a channel back then. So okay, so Brock has been doing it for 14 years. Brock TV has been on for 14 years. That's a long ass time. 14 fucking years. That's a long ass time. But as long as Brock TV has been on, there's somebody that has been on even longer than Brock TV. I started really going on YouTube during the pandemic. Yeah, that's what most people. Oh yeah, that's. I'm looking forward to that too. Area. I'm looking for that as well. Tracy Steves. What? There has been somebody that has been on even longer. Happy Friday as well. And I think I'm just gonna sit there and show you out a picture. I feel like it's a lot easier. They need to bring Jagger back. It, it just felt like such a miscarriage of justice in a sense. Let Dante find out. Mason was, yep. He gonna be tight. Broski is going to be super fucking tight. It's really well. I don't think there's anyone. Does anyone here are like YNR fans or Young and the Restless fans? So this woman has been on YouTube for 17 years. 17 years this woman has been on. I think she's actually the longest like soap opera person that has been on YouTube. Like Rock got 14, this chick got 17 years. So I really do think like she's been the longest person on YouTube. Wino is not really popular on YouTube, but like she does it for the fun of it. So I give her props. She had it in store. Okay, Like, why is this not moving? Why is it not moving? Oh, you're a Young and Restless fan. Okay. Have you seen her before? Have you been to this channel? Very curious. Yeah, she's been on for 17 years. Like, that's a long ass time. Yeah, this, like I said, it's just like you literally see. Well, I don't know how to sit there and say it in the most correct way, but when you've been on YouTube for that long, you literally see somebody like age, right? And like I said, she's definitely like she's been on there a long enough, almost 2 fucking decades. Let me put it that way, 2 damn decades, and that's crazy. You're a Young and the Restless fan, and you never heard of her before. That's a very long time, Jerry. Like I said, I always give it to the OGs that's been doing this for like forever. You know, but I wanted to point her out because she's been on longer than Rock, than Dion, obviously longer than me. And she does just do wanna props to her for being on YouTube talking about, yeah, because Y&R is not the most popular topic to talk about on YouTube. So when you're doing it, you got to do it for the fun of it. When I make a Y&R video, it's for the fun of it and to talk about it. But I'm not sitting there doing it thinking I'm gonna get like millions of views and tons of subscribers. It's, that's just not happening. I mean, it's not out the possibility. Like I'm pretty sure if Brock talked about Y&R, he'll get people to watch. But Nina's mother Madeline checked her out later when she was pregnant. Yeah, her mom was pretty fucked up. Her mom was really fucked up. I mean, it doesn't excuse Nina and her piss poor behavior, but like her mom was fucked up. Nina's fucked up because of it, and her daughters was fucked up. The only person that wasn't, well, Nathan, but Nathan wasn't blood. Nathan wasn't like blood relative towards him. I've been watching Jesus since most of the early You've been watching it for a long time. GH is, GH is popular. Like GH is popular. My parents watch GH. Um, GH is the one that most people would probably have heard of. Like when you sit there and say Luke and Laura, people have heard of Luke and Laura. Yeah, people heard of Luke and Laura. I mean, don't get it twisted. People heard of Erica Kane. Okay, everybody's heard of Erica Kane. You know? I do gotta wonder which one is more popular. Like Erica Kane or Luke and Laura. Like I gotta sit there and wonder which one is more popular. I would love to sit there. I would love to sit there and say Luke and Laura, but like Erica Kane, like Susan Lucci, she walks anywhere. You know who she is. You know she's Erica Kane. So I was always sit there and wonder like, well, who's more popular between those two? And I'm just using those two. I'm not using Victor Newman. Like, you gotta know Victor Newman if you don't. Erica Kane, right? Luke and Laura or Erica Kane? Who's more popular? YouTube is not easy, Tracy. It's not easy for so many reasons. But if you can do it, you can have fun doing it, then it's worth it. Ariana says Erica Kane, Susan Lucci is a legend. Alice says maybe Erica Kane as an actress or character, but GH as a show. Yeah, but that's what Smith is saying. Like between Luke and Laura or Erica Kane, you know, I don't know. It's worth it, Tracy. But it's I will sit there and say this: it's not for everyone. Okay? I will. YouTube is not for everyone. You have people that will sit there and belittle you. That'll be very harsh towards you. What's good, Angelica? I'm alright. How you doing? Erica Kane is just popular for being the character. Luke and Laura had the wedding and the salt and all the other stuff. That's true. That is true. You can do a lot of work and a lot to learn. Many people don't know that. Yeah. I, like I said, I learned from James. I learned from JLJ Media, and I learned from Brock TV. So, and then 6 years later, I'm still doing it. Which is really still crazy though. Like I did it a little bit before the pandemic. So it was like 6 months before the pandemic started, and that's when I was doing YouTube. When I was just on my shitty ass phone. Plans have changed is that Luke and Laura situation happened nowadays. It would be called. Mm-hmm. Luke and Laura is fueled by controversy. Yes, it is. Yeah. James was a pioneer for me with the whole live stream, and Brock, he did the reviews. He was consistent. He had fun doing it. It was something that didn't really take a lot of effort. Like it took effort, but like when you're doing it for fun, it's not like, oh my god, I gotta sit there and do it. It's more like, yo, I can't believe this shit that I just watched, and I gotta talk about it. You did great on it. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you. It was fun. It was fun. I had a lot to learn, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Anna. I go back every now and then, and I look at like my first couple of years just doing like the first year doing YouTube. That shit looks kind of rough, but I mean, you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. It was a good time. Well, it wasn't a good time during the pandemic, but it made things easier during the pandemic because people were home. So it's like, hey, let's watch some YouTube. You got shit else to do. You can't really go anywhere. Erica Kane is popular because she has a Barbie doll. She also had Enchantment Perfume MC really market her character. Yes, I do think Rick can be trusted, but it looks like Sonny is paranoid and will ruin it. Yep. I've gone back over the years and it was thank you. Yes, and you have been part of the channel. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here, Tracy, being part of the team. Dolomedics, a lot of my OGs. Ariana has was like the first to become a member of mine for Black Mom. Yeah, fun, sure. So I do appreciate all y'all. Seriously. I'm not gonna make it an emotional speech, but thank you. Sunny is always paranoid when Jason and Carly are not available or out of commission. Yeah, Black Ma's my OG. You know, I appreciate Black Ma. I appreciate you. I mean, that was back when I started doing the streams like 7 days a week. Which I have to tell you later on, it became a mistake. Like I'm good with doing 4 streams, 2 for regulars, 2 for members. Um, that's 7 days. That was a lot. Christina contradicts too much being. Yeah, that was a controversial one. But you know the thing was like it was also a PSA. But they didn't play it like it was a PSA, and I could respect that. Like they played it like a story, but it also you can look at it like a PSA. That's when Christina was played by Lexi. You know, for living as sometimes it went. Oh, it definitely did. It went sideways fast. Um, yeah, and I wasn't like on command as I should have been. Also, probably also said some shit that also probably said things in the chat that like didn't help. You know, I exhibited behavior that was not okay by doing that. It made other people felt like, oh, well, if Albert can do this and Albert can sit there and say this, then I can do this and I can say that. I didn't exactly lead by example, but you know, it was definitely growing pains. It was definitely growing pains. Yeah, and I completely agree with that. That's what I was saying in the beginning. You know, I was like, if you weren't going to sit there and really give him a chance, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Remember when you would have someone crash out? Yeah, yeah. And it was like fucking clockwork. And granted, I remember those specific people that will crash out. Um, and it was also almost always towards the end of the stream. Always towards the end of the stream when everything's about to wrap up, I'm about to sit there and say, all right, well, this is fun, da 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 da. would crash out. This person would just, or somebody would just crash out and be like, oh, here we go. And sometimes I'd be like, damn, I couldn't get through one fucking Friday stream, ending a Friday stream without somebody deciding to just act the damn fool. Of course, that didn't help by kind of, you know, egging it on for entertainment purposes. But yeah, yeah, Friday freakouts. Yep, Friday freakouts. Uh, yep. See, yep. Ariana, you remember? Tracy said, "I know your birthday is in August." I'll probably be out with friends. I don't think I'll probably be streaming now. I don't think I'll be streaming now, but I will be out in the city though. I'll probably be out to be in the city though. Unless it's a weekday. If it's a weekday, then I'm a stream. Weekends I'll be out in the city. So, yep. Ari, remember? Yep. Yes. Yeah, they were blasting on social media. So you know that actress on actress that playing Joe. She's not in good health right now. Seriously. Do you go to concerts in New York? No. I usually just do something low key, a bar or a restaurant or whatever with friends. So yeah, it's usually just like very low key places. Everyone says I remember the most the crash out over who you love the most. You know the thing is, I've had so many crash outs with that. I don't even remember it. I mean, I remember people used to like act a fool when they felt like they weren't that I was having favors in my chat. I remember that. Oh well, you only have certain favors that you talk to, and I'm getting ignored, and uh, wow, that's no. Sorry about that. I was like, what the hell? Some people can't handle their alcohol. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of one of them. One night you were really drunk, and it was the favors, and it turned into who you love the most. You know, maybe that's probably why I don't remember it. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, if I was really drunk, then I was I here or was I in the city? Um, but if I was really drunk, then I probably didn't remember it. It's just ironic because on the Soul podcast I listened to, one of the hosts said he wished the actors would go to Y&R and play Joe full time. I was like, and it's funny because I was like, why can I not remember that? And I was like, oh wait, oh I was here. Oh man, I was really fucked up. I don't remember that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of drinking like way too much. Like it was in every stream I was not there drinking. I don't even remember that. Oh, well, it's because I was drunk. I gotta find. Okay, I gotta find. I gotta find this stream. I gotta find this stream. No, Jerry, dead serious. I was like, yo, I don't even remember that shit. But and the sad thing is that I wish I could remember it because I'm not gonna lie, it did sound low key kind of entertaining, but like I have a vague idea of the person that y'all may be talking about. I'm not gonna say that person's name, but I have a vague idea. Yes, the madder that person got, the more you're laughing and kept saying, I'm not ignoring. I know who y'all talking about. I don't remember that night, but I know who you're talking about. Yep. No, I remember it now. I mean, I remember who you're talking about, but because I was really drunk, I don't remember that night. But I remember the person you're talking about. I do hope that person is actually doing well. 'Cause I haven't seen them. When you cooking again? When I can find something that I can reasonably cook that's like going to be successful. Um, I haven't did that shit in years. I think that was literally that might have been 2 years ago. Yeah, I'll definitely contact them. Tracy, DC graduated, so he's gonna have more time to come back and stuff. Yeah, do something reasonable. Or just thinking, I hope they're in a better place now. Yeah, yeah. I know for a while that person was in Kyrisa's stream, and then Kyrisa didn't see them in a while. So yeah, I talked to them sometime last week. The Boston Cooking Channel was fun. It was fun. I mean, it didn't come out the way I wanted to. It didn't come out remotely the way I wanted it to. I don't even think it was edible. It wasn't edible. It wasn't edible at all. I think after the stream, I wound up just making some ravioli or something. But she says, I know you're not coming on your actual birthday, but can we still? Yeah, yeah. If it's during, I don't remember when this. If it's during a weekday, then I'll be streaming that. I'll be live streaming if it's during the week. I'll stream that day because I feel like it's somewhat a tradition for me to do a live stream birthday. So yeah, if it's a weekday, yeah, yeah, absolutely, it'll be fun. Yeah, I hope you be there, Tracy. I mean, it was fun to do, Tracy. It wasn't. It was not fun to eat. I need to show DC the opening credits I made. Baked spaghetti again, just how people give you the recipe and you pick one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit there and kind of look at it more because I don't remember what video I looked at, but I looked at it really quick and I was like, oh, it doesn't seem really that hard, and I don't cook because it never turns out good. Yeah, I didn't really put a lot of planning into it because I was like, well, spaghetti. So how hard can it be? And yeah, um, I mean, it wasn't difficult. I just don't think that I followed. What's good, Krista? I just don't think that I followed like. Yeah, I did not cook it correctly, but I'll do it a lot more better next time. I don't know if it's gonna be spaghetti, but yeah, that's the thing, Allison. I thought if I just I get some ragu, some ragu sauce or whatever, some red sauce. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, Tracy. This way I can look at it and not fumble the ball. Part of me is like, I don't like if I do the cooking stream. Yeah, Ariel, I was like, yo, listen, if somebody has a good time, even if it's at my expense, I'm cool with it. But like I may do like a voting thing or whatever. If I should just if I should just do a members cooking stream, or if I should just do a regular stream of cooking. Because then my aunt can sit there and like watch, and she can kind of like help me out a little bit. Get pre-made stuff. Yeah, yeah. Listen, no, you're correct, and I don't blame Allison. Like when I get out of work, I'm like, I just don't feel like doing it. I just don't feel like actually cooking and being in the kitchen cooking and stuff. It's like by the time I get out of work and watching the soaps and doing a review, I'm kind of just like I don't feel like doing all that. It's like I want to relax, make something easy and simple, and like that's it. You know. Um, because I usually work early morning shifts, so it's like after I'm done with most of this stuff, I don't really have a lot of time to be like. And granted, yes, I also do feel like I'm making excuses and copping out, but that's just how I genuinely feel. Though. No, I'm probably not there being in no goddamn kitchen for like 2 hours or whatever. Throw something in the pot, come back, and it's done. Watch some TV or whatever, and then you know I'm in the fucking bed. Like I wake up from work at yeah, that's it. I wake up from work at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Like my ass got to be in bed by like 9:45, 10 o'clock the latest. 'Cause I am not a morning person, but I like to get shit done and out the way. So that's my whole thing. Yeah, but I get out early though too. That's the thing, Allison. I get up early. I wake up early, but I get out early, and then I can have the whole day to do whatever I need to do. I mean, 6 is still bad, but like 4 o'clock, 4:30. Well, like I said, it works with doing YouTube. If I get out at 12 or I get out at like 1, I can be home by 2, watch the soap operas, and be done by like 7. Because I watch all 5. So that's the thing. Like that was probably another reason why I only started doing one when you sleep. I try to go to bed like at 10, maybe 10:30. Um, and again, that's another reason why I stopped doing 2 reviews. Cause like I was like, yeah, after GH, I was like, I don't know if I feel like doing a day's review, like, cause it takes a lot of, it's a lot. Like, what's good, Eagle? And Sophia Mom take Gabby with her out of town. Yeah, her mom is got more of the day left. Yeah, And like I listen, like I said, I love doing days of all house reviews, but there's a lot to do, so it kind of feels like homework in a sense. I mean, GH feels like homework, but it's fun, so it's like whatever. Well, actually, he didn't. Nick didn't see Phyllis and Matt Clark. He practically like walked past Phyllis because like like you say, he's done with Phyllis and everything like that. He didn't know that Matt Clark was in town until Noah called him. I'm finished with the failed Gabby. So you're not okay. So you're not a fan of the new Gabby. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's easier to do YouTube with my new job. Like when I was working at Barnes and Nobles, I couldn't imagine doing YouTube in Barnes and Nobles. Like I would have been able to do it, but it wouldn't have been as much stuff. After what she did today and yesterday, yeah, I'm done. She can go. Wait, what? I'm a little confused. Are you done with the actress? Are you done with the character? Like, are you done with the actress that's playing Gabby, or are you just done with Gabby in general? And what did she do? What did she do yesterday? Um, I know for me when she sat there and she was like, "Oh, the character." Okay, it's when when she was talking about Liam and she was like, "Oh, well, he's a felon and he can't even read." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh, Jonathan, what's up? That kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit when she was like, "And he can't even read." Like, okay, you don't know why he can't read though. Like, I don't know. It kind of rubbed me a little the wrong way. It wasn't like, "Oh my god, this is god awful what you said," but like I was like, "Wow, okay." Well, what did she? Okay, maybe I'm friend her grown daughter and now pretending she is a part of the Stefan life. Okay. Yeah, it was. And that's the thing, Jonathan. So, like, I sat there and I watched all five of them. And for the most part, yeah, okay, you know who can leave? For me personally, you know who can leave? Fucking Leo. Leo can leave and he can stay gone. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I sit there and see Leo's face, I'm already just annoyed. I'm already annoyed. Every time I sit there and see his face, I'm just like, it's just like, here goes this stupid fucktard. You know who else is sit there and leave? Eagle, even though that she's already leaving? Fucking Chanel. Her little attitude, her little outburst that she had with Joy and getting up in her face and being all nasty to her in front of her daughter. I'm like, Chanel know damn well that if somebody did that in front of Trey, like they started disrespecting Chanel in front of Trey, she would have been fucking livid. But yet she had no fucking problems that they coming at Joy like that. I'm like, girl, she not here for Johnny. She's here for fucking Alex. And you still kind of butthurt about this shit. Like, nah, we not. And Johnny can go too, just because he's just fucking like literally disappointing. Johnson says Jesus number one, word number two. Um, Days is number three. B&B is number four, and Beyond the Gates is number five. Yeah, Chanel can kick rocks. Let me tell you something. Chanel can kick rocks without socks and break every fucking toe along the way. CK says, okay, you guys have my curiosity peaked because I'm playing catch up with all these souls because I'm not able to see them every day because I have to get up. I have to get up early for work. Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me. I was up. This is why I almost wasn't going to stream because I was up to 4. Well, I woke up at 4. I woke up at 4, and after I did the review, I took a nap, and I woke up at 7 o'clock, and I was kind of like, not gonna lie, I felt like going right back to sleep and just streaming tomorrow, but I was kind of just like, I may actually have some stuff to do tomorrow, so I was like, let me just stream tonight. Listen, I'll just be happy when Drew's back because Drew has been fucking up people's lives in a hot minute, and I just personally cannot wait for that shit. Seriously, Cherry, Drew needs to. I don't, here's my whole thing, Jonathan. This is the reason why this shit is just not working for me. Like, finally, you need to have a fucking backbone and start standing up to yourself for Amy. I understand that the chick is grieving and everything like that, but it does not give her the right to sit there and come at them sideways. Even with Ari, you know. Oh well, you turned your back on my daughter, and my daughter has, she's been mentally ill. I'm like, first of all, bro, we're not gonna sit there and do that whole mental illness bullshit, okay? Because actions have fucking consequences. Yeah, I need him to come back and start fucking up people's lives. They've been resting too easily, you know. Well, I'll definitely be here for that. Yeah, definitely needs to fuck up her life first. But yeah, I'm not doing a whole, oh, but she had mental health problems. I don't give a shit about her mental health problems. Because at the end of the day, she caused so much fucking pain for so much goddamn people. And Amy Smith, they're acting like, oh, just mental health problems. No, bro, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It absolutely was. I literally sat there was like, and this is my whole thing. This is the reason why most people just don't care about Andre. Thank you, Cherry. I'm ultimately glad that I want to stream into him because again I don't usually stream that much on the weekdays, so it's like come in, we'll hang out, we'll talk about the soaps. So you know, and I'm glad that you're here, Cherry. So thank you. That's my whole thing though. It's like they don't know what to do with Andre, and they start doing these stupid ass scenes, and I'm just like, did they just not have a plan for those two? And this is what they decide to do instead? Like, I just don't. This is what it's like when they start doing things like that. It's like, see, even when I try to give them a chance and be like, okay, well, this episode's not this bad. It's like, the whole um, Jacob and Grayson stuff. That was kind of interesting. You know, I but then it goes back to the Nicole and like another fucking sex scene with Nicole and whatever that dude's Carlton. And don't get me wrong, Nicole is bad, okay? And I am not approved, but like all the fucking time, like, like even them meeting that food critic or whatever from the Drew Barrymore or the Drew Barrymore show, I'm just like, why are we doing this for? Like when they start deviating and doing things like that, that's when I'm just like, I can't. It's like I can't. Like even yesterday, I don't think it was really that bad. Um, yes, I just like I don't give a shit. I don't care about her stupid love triangle. But I know it's for women, so it's like CK says everyone had me laughing because Drew and his eye blinking is comical. I watched the review, Albert and Brock's review, and y'all review keeps me caught up when I have to miss the so. But thank you for watching, CK. Um, you know me. I enjoy talking about it. And if I can keep y'all up to date, that's cool. Good. I'm gonna talk about it. So I want y'all to sit there and watch and give y'all opinions and everything like that. I don't usually get a chance to watch Brock TV stuff though. You can also pull a Rick and just become a better person, or he can't continue to be. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that's what made his character kind of exciting in a way, like in a way where it's um, like the characters that you love to hate sort of thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been enjoying Dark Willow. I've been enjoying Dark Willow, Jonathan. I've been enjoying her whole eyeshadow and everything like that, like the makeup. Like she's been on point. She's been on point with her shit. So yeah, I just never. I know that's the thing though, CK. It's like I get so busy doing my own videos and stuff like that. I rarely have time to watch um other people's content. Well, I mean, it's Lucy, So I'm like, how good is a plan going to come from Lucy? And again, yesterday with fucking Vanessa, Joey clearly didn't seem like he wanted to talk about his sister, and he wanted to avoid the subject and stuff. And he was like, hey, let's go out there, let's gamble or whatever. And she was like, tell me more about your sister. And it's like, girl, he wanted to sit there and probably avoid it for a reason. And like you just I get it, YouTube reviews are time consuming. It is because I watch the show, and then I take my notes or whatever and things I want to sit there and talk about and stuff, and I try not to miss like the major stuff. Like there's little things I may kind of forget, but I try not to miss the major stuff. Um, because even without the commercials, it's like 30 minutes. Then I'm taking the notes, and that's like you know, for me, it's like a good maybe 15 minutes, and then I'm doing a review, and that's like 18 minutes, which is actually a lot of time. De Havilland, what's good, De Havilland? Me and Drew can be like Rick and become a better person. Sorry, I had to talk into the phone. That's all good. Listen, you here. I'm not gonna lie. The new Lulu. I feel like she's still like if you watch All My Children, she's still coming across as babe. Like she's literally still coming across as babe. And I didn't think that until I started watching like All My Children. I'm like, He's giving a lot of babe energy. I think with I think with some actors, they they can't really change like their patterns and stuff to some extent. So, but I don't know. I don't know if y'all watch All My Children. Okay, so yeah, you watch All My Children. So yeah, you know. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here because I do have to wake up somewhat early and get some laundry shit done and out the way. 'Cause I don't feel like being in the laundromat any longer than I have to. Yeah, I do want to thank everyone for joining now. Sorry, I know some people kind of came in a little bit more later, and I want to stay later, but it was a long day. But thank you everyone for coming through tonight. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, CK. Thank you, Allison. Have a good night. Have a good night, CK. Have a good night, Black Mom. Have a good night, Eagle. Have a good night, Krista. Have a good night, Black Mom. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Albert Bostic. It says, good night, everyone. Hit the like button. Just hit that like button because it really does help. Gets new people in. Have a good night, Ariana. Thank you for coming through. I always appreciate whenever you have time to come through. So thank you. Thank you again. Have a good night, Quiet Guy. I would have been kind of mad if I didn't say have a good night, the Quiet Guy. Um, have a good night, the Havlin. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. And anybody else, you know who you are, and I will sit there. So yeah, again, I'll probably say this on Saturday, but I won't be streaming this Sunday for members. I'm going to be with family and stuff. For Saturday come through, we're going to have a lot of fun. Yeah, it's going to be an ABC song, and it's going to be a good one. So yeah, yeah, definitely come through, Allison. Yeah, have a lot of fun. Have a night, Latasha. Thank you for coming through. Great to see you. And LaShawn, have a great night. And members, I will sit there and see y'all tomorrow. Everybody else, I'll sit there and see y'all on, well, next week. Laters.